G'day everyone, Jake McEwen here and welcome back to Steel Noise Podcast. On today's episode, my guest is director and filmmaker Andrew Kaineder. Andrew is known for his powerful storytelling and cinematic take on surfing in nature. His projects like Beyond the Noise and the Derek Hynd series have earned him major recognition, including winning him the Nikon Surf Video of the Year in 2020. He's also teamed up on numerous films with professional surfer and previous guest on the show, Russell Bierke, capturing some of the most intense and beautifully shot big wave sessions in recent years. Aside from surf cinematography, we discuss Andrew's passion for the environment, his involvement in filming and directing wildlife documentaries, fatherhood, travel, and a multitude of other topics. So, let's dive right in and allow me to introduce you to Andrew Kaineder. You're a hard man to track down, Humps.
We made it.
Very hard man to track down, aren't you?
We're squeezing it in.
We're squeezing it in. So
that's all right. Thanks. You have a child. Time gets shorter.
A child and, 3 prems in the last week?
Yeah, 3 in the last week, yeah.
And 1 that you got to be out in about an hour and a half. So we're really jamming it.
We're really cramming it in. Thankfully, this one's got the hometown advantage. I don't think
it does.
Many. The last one we did was a few technical issues to begin with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Up at the one.
It was at the Milton Hotel again, so we can't do 2 in a row with tech issues.
Yeah. What was it? Like just chords or something playing up? Or?
Oh, the iPad ran out of battery and then it wouldn't reconnect.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I bought us a couple of mid-strengths.
I nearly wore it on my lap. Holy shit.
I see you're always cracking beers in these things, and I thought I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to beer, so I bought a couple of middies for the lads.
Yeah, good man. I'm only, when I go up there, I'm only allowed to drink the middies anyway. Did you know that?
I think we all are. Yeah. You're only...
legit.
Damo only lets you drink middies.
If Dino knows, if I ask for a beer, he just gets me the midi. He's just like... No full ones for you, mate.
Fair enough, though, isn't it, Gooch?
Oh, it is. Well, Andrew.
Andrew.
It kind of feels weird coming out. I've never called you Andrew.
Yeah, I found a video from when I was a child, and that's mum calls me that. Andrew. Is that the trouble name?
That's
the trouble name.
Trouble, eh?
Pretty much every day. So
yeah.
She was like, Andrew, put that broom down and get to bed.
Really? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was that funny. I'm like, fuck, that's hilarious.
What do we call you? Pumpkin? AK? Caneids?
Canoodle.
There's a lot, eh?
There's too many. I don't know. Dino calls me Possum.
Possum?
I'm not sure where that come from.
Maybe because you like videoing possums?
Bit of a night owl, maybe.
Yeah? I wonder if it's got...
I was, anyway.
Not anymore.
I don't know.
Now your child's a night owl, so you're sleeping all the
time.
I
still feel like I'm got insomnia. But, definitely not up raging these days.
No, it comes to an end eventually, doesn't it? Well,
for some people.
I'm still waiting for that.
For some. Not for all.
Yeah. Well, how do you actually say your last name? Is it Kaineder? Kaineder?
That's a great question, mate. I guess if you look at the origin of a word and it's from Austria.
Austrian.
So I guess you'd say it like Kaineder.
Kaineder.
But with the Aussie thing, it's just Kaineder. Kaineder, mate.
Kaineder.
And that's where pumpkin comes from,
Kaineder the pumpkin eater.
That's it.
How good is that? Is that a Darcy Ward one? Darcy Ward special?
Oh, of course it is.
Has to be.
Yeah. Good on you, Darcy.
Thanks, Darcy.
Cheers.
So, Andrew, do you have a middle name?
Michael.
Andrew.
Franz.
Michael Franz.
Yeah.
Kaineder.
There you go. Yeah. I'm not even going to try the accent. I lived in Germany for 3 years. I can't speak German, and I've got Austrian blood, so I'm like,
You don't want to botch it.
No.
Bring shame to the name.
Yeah, I'm already bringing shame to it. But all good.
Well, bruv, thanks for jamming me in anyway. We literally have like jammed in the last hour and a half before you have to be somewhere. So we have got it down to the minute here, which is pretty good. But we'll start us off like early days of Pumpkin. Early days of Andrew.
Early Pumpkin days. Well, I'm a blow-in to Ewan or Mollymook. Yeah. I kind of moved here when I was 5, I guess.
Really? I didn't know that.
Started going to Milton Public School. Mm-hmm. And then kind of maybe about 7, we moved to Carroll Ave, like near Reef, just back from Reef. Mm-hmm. And lived there and like the whole rest of childhood down here. And man, growing up down here was so sick. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I just got a bunch of old, because I started filming when I was like 13 or something. So I've got all these old tapes of us just being absolute
rat
bags. Like, and I just got about 10 transferred to digital the other day.
Oh yeah.
And just, we used to camp at Potties like every holidays, you know, before they fenced it off to regen it.
Yeah. Just up in the bush.
And it's just carnage.
Yeah.
So
I bet.
like, so that was like, I guess, our early life, just having a hell time going to Maru, going to Nuggin, going to Potties, like just tearing the place apart. It was
you were
like,
a bodyboarder. Were you bodyboarding?
I was bodyboarding, yeah.
So you were just
bodyboarder through and through, mate.
Looking for the slabs, mate.
Yeah,
hunting the dangerous rocks.
Hunting the slabs, yeah. So it was an easy transition to working with Russ, obviously.
Yeah, fully. You know what you're looking for.
Keeps me engaged.
You can do it from a dry perspective.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, true, actually. True, but not take away from that. Sometimes you're in the drink, aren't you?
Sometimes on a ski getting salty, but...
Yeah. So when did like the filming side of things come into it? I think I actually started taking photos with the original GoPro, and it was like, be a hero, you know? Yeah. It's so weird, but they had like, it was a little wrist cam. I don't know if you remember that. I bought it from Southern Man. What? The original GoPro was a wrist cam?
The original GoPro was a disposable camera in a housing.
No way.
And with a wrist strap. And so you strapped it to your wrist, and then you were like, and then would take photos.
What the hell? And
so that was my entry into photography and water photography. And I was like, I've got some classic like old photos of us bodyboarding at RCs and stuff. Would have been, it's like 23 years ago now.
Did you say disposable?
Yeah, so you would
shot film and then you threw it in the bin.
No, you shot the disposable in the housing, and then you would take it out and take it to Coles back then. Get it developed at Coles. Wow. Because Coles actually opened when we moved here, because that's why we moved here. My mum got like a transfer from Tumut, which was where I was born, to
where's Tumut?
Like near Wagga. And yeah, she got a transfer to Coles in Ulladulla, and then they used to, you know, all the supermarkets and the chemists used to process film back then. Yeah. So that's kind of where it started. And then I got a video camera maybe at about 15. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of, I don't know. I think my aunt and her partner maybe inspired me a bit. They had like a Mac, you know, which was pretty big back in early 2000s. And were like kind of creative. And my uncle at the time was like a journalist photographer, and he was into surfing. And so I think I've still got it, like he went and documented Chopes, like the Billabong Pro Tahiti. Oh yeah. Sometime back then, maybe 2005 or 2007 or something. Right. And so I was getting really into
So you were just watching that
video. Yeah, and I was like, this is cool.
Sick.
And so I just started, and I was kind of shit at surfing, shit at booging, shit at skating. So I was just like, some of my mates were ripping. So I was like, I'll just film these guys killing it.
Yeah.
Like Marshy on the skateboard back in the day was going hard until he developed a love for surfing and never came back to the concrete.
Yeah, that happens. It's a little bit less menacing when you fall on water.
Bit more forgiving.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes it's definitely open to...
Depends where you're hunting.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's definitely not... It's not 100% always safe sometimes.
Oh, no.
And then, so you... just started filming the boys at the skate park just on a little handycam or something, or?
Yeah, actually the handycam that I've got now that I filmed some of Russ's movie that we're screening tonight, I had the exact same model.
Really?
20 years ago.
Shut up. Seriously?
And I bought it off Tim Cruden.
No way.
We used to work at Coles together, stocking shelves.
Wow.
And do you know about his old... Because he used to film bodyboarding and everything here. He's got the craziest archive of the gnarliest bodyboarders in the world, like at Nuggin and Maru and whatever.
Really?
It's pretty crazy.
True. I mean, I knew that he filmed, but I didn't know what kind of what kind of gold he's sitting on there.
I'm pretty sure it was a Dave Kelly housing as well, but
really?
I haven't got that back. But yeah, it was pretty funny. I just saw it for sale and I was like, this is great. Bit of nostalgia.
I remember this, yeah.
And yeah, I guess I don't even know what you asked.
I was just asking if you started off filming just with your handycam.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
We used to set it up on the rocks and because I'd want to surf as well, and we'd just set it up wide and then go surfing for an hour.
Really?
And just let it roll. And one time we did that at Arcee's and fucking a bomb set came and washed it off and
broke it.
Yeah, it was in the drink, upside down with the tripod legs sticking out. And I was just in tears, just 14, 15-year-old grommy, just me camera.
No.
I was so bummed.
Oh, was there any of that gold footage? No,
it was all gone because it was tape back then, so the tapes were scorched. They were salty as, mate.
Fuck. That's hectic.
But I learnt my lesson.
Yeah. And then, so that was what you're saying, around 15. And then what about your kind of later teens after school? Did you study anything? Or did you move away?
I left school year 11 at the start of year 11.
Yeah.
I kind of regret leaving school.
Really?
I wish I stayed, but I think just those last 2 years of school are pretty fun.
Yeah.
And you really make friendships for the rest of your life, in those kind of last 2 years. But I left and became a chef. Which was crazy. I actually started at the golf club.
Yep.
Molly Golfy.
Yep.
And then after a year, I was pretty over it. And then I think Pitty was working at Bannister's. Dean Pitt.
Yep.
And someone said that he was leaving. And so I got his number and I was like, I heard you're leaving Banno's. I'm kind of keen to get a job there. And he was like, I don't know who told you that. I'm not leaving.
By the sea? Bannister's by the sea?
Bannister's by the sea,
Pavilion wasn't there yet.
The pavilion, no. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, fully.
It was before it was Rick Steins too.
Oh, right.
Head chef was Nathan someone.
Right.
And Pitty was like, I'm not leaving, but I'll see if they're keen anyway. And then they were. So then I moved up there and the guys at the Golfy were like, you're blowing it. I was so rattled I was leaving. I was like, what do you mean I'm blowing it? I'm going to Banner's.
You're blowing it.
No more snitties for me.
Wow.
I'm out of here. And then...
Apprenticeship? Did you do an apprenticeship?
Yeah, I did an apprenticeship. And so I did that. I was actually working with Dino and Damo.
Yeah.
And it was so sick back then. We're only open at nights.
Right.
And it was so chill. So you'd kind of rock in at 1, 2 and then work for one service shift and then go.
Right.
And it was closed Sunday, Monday. So we used to go in winter. You would go to the snow, you could go Saturday night after work, go to the snow for a few days, come back.
Back into
or in for surfing, you would like just surf in the morning, all morning, and then go to work, and it was mental.
Primo, eh?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. Was it the pool bar then? Like
pool bar was then, yeah.
But you were in the restaurant, and then pool bar was separate, or were you doing both?
No, in the restaurant. Yeah. And then every now and then we'd do a shift in the pool bar or whatever. But and then I worked with Jean Charles. Do you know him?
No, I like the name.
He's a French patisserie guy.
I feel like I've heard the name.
And yeah, he used to work at this skits restaurant in Sydney called Bank, which is like where all the best chefs of Sydney worked together, and then it closed and they all kind of went and opened their own restaurants. And so I worked for a guy that he used to work with called Justin North at one of his restaurants. And it was pretty hardcore in Sydney, and that was, I think I was 18, and you know, that was when festivals were pretty mainstream, Field Day, Park Life, Soundwave. So I was like going pretty big. And then going to work. And working hard, like working crazy hours as a chef, and then just, you know, being 19 or being 20 or whatever.
Playing up.
Pretty fun. And then I kind of was like, I'm done. Like, I'm going to get signed off. And then my wage went from like, they offered me like $400 less than what I was earning as an apprentice, because back then you could only be paid by the hour as an apprentice. So you could make bank as a chef because you work fucking that many hours. Yeah. Even though it was only like $9 an hour or whatever. Yeah. And then I was like, oh yeah, all right, that's sweet. And then they signed me off, and I was like, I'm out of here. And then I came to work at Cupid's for the summer with Damo and Dean again. Smithers was in there for a bit.
Really?
And made bank there, and then got a camera delivered to the kitchen like before Easter, and then we all went on a trip across Australia after that. And so I
signed
stopped
off,
cooking.
Did some chefing, and then followed the boys on a bodyboard trip.
On a bodyboard trip across Australia, and just had a good time, and then never went back to cooking.
And that was the start.
Yeah. I was like, I still love cooking, but cooking in a restaurant's just fucked.
Pretty hectic, yeah.
It's just too gnarly. So
gnarly.
I was like, two things, I can cook or I can film, and filming seems pretty fun. So I just did that.
Paid off too.
Bit of a yawn, mate.
Yeah.
It's only a mid-strength.
Yeah, I know. I think like maybe getting in this room in here makes me yawn. I always do it, eh? Because I sit, because I just move all day. And
and then once you have a little rest,
I think maybe I just actually sit still for a bit and start yawning. It's weird. I don't know. I always do it. Yeah. So you came back from that trip, and then did you go back to chefing at all, or was it like was that the trip where you decided, I could do this for a job, this can be a career now?
I think I actually don't remember like definitively, because I know it's vaguely like I did go back to cooking, but more casually. Like I think the chef I worked for in Sydney had like cafes and bakeries and stuff as well. Like he's a bit of a, you know, kind of restaurant mogul at the time. And so I think I worked for like one of his cafes to earn more money, because it's really weird, I guess, in any artistic practice, and cooking is an artistic practice in some ways. So, you know, if you're making shit food and you're banging out to lots of people, you can make a lot of money as a chef, or if you're working at a hotel or whatever. But in a fine dining restaurant, it's like all about the craft and the food. And so you're working a fuckload and not making much money. Yeah, right. And that's the same, like that's the same as film. Like if you want to work in TV on MasterChef or, you know, Married at First Sight or something, you can fucking make absolute bank. You know, you're selling your soul a bit. Yeah. So, I think I worked kind of, you know, they were just odd jobs while I tried to get a film career. And I worked for this company either before I went to Cupid's or after as like an intern. called Granger Films, and they kind of gave me a chance just based on all my surf shit that I did as a Grom.
Right.
And I'm still in touch with the guy who hired me. He came to our Russ and I's Prem in Manly on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
And yeah, he's a ledge. And so
Right.
I guess gradually, you just kind of build up,
Picking
and
up
then
little bits more
eventually
and
it was like I can not work other jobs and I'll just do this now.
Yep.
But it's always a hustle. It's always been a hustle.
Yeah.
Like
Always, yeah.
I've been freelancing now for 15 years. And you kind of, maybe after 7 years, it's kind of like, oh, money's always been coming in for the last 7 years, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you just keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking hard.
Yeah, of course.
But lots of fun times.
Yeah. I mean,
lots of freedom, you don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
Which is sweet.
You're the dictator of your own time, eh? Which is pretty nice. Nice position to be in. So you said before you moved to Berlin for 3 years, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
What was that all about? Why'd you do that?
I was actually moving to London.
Right.
And I went to Berlin on a holiday, and I just thought, fuck London, I'm going to stay here.
This joint's bad.
So, and I can't, when was that? 2000. Yeah, so I went to kind of Burning Man in 2013.
In the States.
With a friend. I met a friend in Sydney, and then we became really close, and he just got offered to do this like filming gig in New York, and then he went over there and just stayed there. He didn't come home. And then we'd been talking about Burning Man for a couple of years or whatever. And he was like, I'm in the States. And I was like, I'm coming to the States. And so then we were like, we've got to go. So then we went to Burning Man, and then I went to move to Europe or whatever, but ended up in Berlin. And it was just, it's just a fucking great city.
From Burning Man to Berlin.
Yeah, I certainly had some new experiences.
I bet you did.
Opened my mind and my world a bit.
Oh, I bet you did, man.
Which was pretty funny.
What did you do in Berlin? Like, aside from the obvious?
Yeah.
Aside from Dolphin.
Yeah. Well, it was actually, it was just like, looking back, it's just like the best way to live a life, Berlin was, I think, to sum it up. It's like things were cheap, life was cheap. The rules were like, malleable.
Pretty lax.
So, if you kind of stayed in the lane, but it was a wide lane, it's fine, you know?
can sort of do what you want.
Which is kind of fucking great.
A good way to
you know, live. And because things were so cheap, it's like there's not that pressure to have to work, to have to get a house or...
Did you work?
I didn't work in Berlin. I was working on the WSL at the time. Yeah, I guess like quickly when it was the ASP World Tour, I got like an opportunity to work at Quickie as a freelancer. Filming. So when they had the Quicksilver Pro New York,
in New York,
yeah, they put an ad out on this site, and I just got back to them and I was like, I'm keen. Like, I'm a bodyboarder, but I know how to film like waves.
Yeah, I know what to do.
And so I kind of got a job at Quickie with Chris Smith and Kate back then. This was like 2011. And so that was kind of my start. And then it switched to I kind of worked for the ASP for a bit when it was on the Quickie events. And then it switched to the WSL, and then Kate and Chris migrated from Quickie to the WSL, and they were the producers there. And so I kind of just worked for there, but was based in Berlin. So I'd fly to fly to Europe for the leg or whatever.
Right.
And then I did some freelance jobs. So I was away a lot from Berlin, but you know, when I was there. I didn't work much when I was there.
Sweet.
which was so fun.
Like, no, you weren't doing any little jobs or anything, just nothing.
I did the odd like couple of jobs, but no,
But just working,
not really.
away, coming back.
Yeah,
Dolphin.
Yeah, it was really fun.
What, 3 years?
Yeah, like probably 2.5.
It's a good stint, eh?
Yeah, it was really, it was sick, man. We were paying like, to begin with, I think €200 a month for a room, like between me and my girlfriend at the time.
Wow.
So it was insane.
Unbelievably shit.
And then we moved and got like we were in a top floor apartment on the canal, and it was like €400 each a month.
Still,
and it was like fully furnished with like a piano, and like, not that we could play piano, but it was cool to have it there. And
that's crazy. What would it cost? It costs crazy money now, hey?
Yeah, it's gone up a lot for sure.
Surely.
It was it was still pretty wild back then, I guess.
Yep.
Like people living in tents and stuff in the city and
really?
Parks and stuff, for sure.
Like homeless crew, or just people just living pretty loosely?
Yeah, I guess homeless, but
yeah,
you know, kind of these informal little settlements in between buildings.
Yeah, right.
Like they were full operational little towns almost.
Wow.
But just like tents.
Whoa.
It was pretty crazy.
Like in
and
little
then
alleys and stuff, and like,
yeah, little alleys, and like there'd be, I guess, like abandoned blocks, because it was only, you know, I think when we were there, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of the fall of the wall, right?
Yeah.
So it was only 20 to 25 years after
the war, yeah.
The wall fell down, or didn't fall down, it got taken down. So it's a really short amount of time.
What was the wall? Like the Berlin Wall?
Berlin Wall was like built to separate East and West, you know, in the war.
In the war.
So
and what did they just rip it down and have a big...
Eventually, I can't remember the history straight up. This is really bad. I should know. But I think, well, it was at the end of the Cold War, like, and the I think they, I don't know. I'm not going to butcher it.
No. It doesn't really matter, actually, to be honest.
I think it just, you know, because Berlin was split into the west half, which was run by the Brits, America, and the Allied forces, and the east half, which was the Soviet Union and Russia. Yeah. And so they had the wall to, like, it was, I guess, what you would call it was like the line, you know, like where, I guess,
like almost like the county line.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, or like the checkpoint, the boundary. Checkpoint. So you had like, to go from east to west, you know, you had to go through a checkpoint with armed forces and stuff.
Right.
And so I guess eventually after, at a certain point in time, you know, Berlin was able to reunify as one kind of established city. Yeah.
Rather than having the divide, it was sort of like a bit of a symbolical of the unity.
Well, to hand back, so then it was, I guess, run again by Germany. Yeah. And not by, not occupied. Yeah. You know.
Bit symbolic for independence or something. Ripped it down, and then Germany took back control of their own homelands, I guess.
And it's still there. Yeah. You've been?
Never.
Oh, be a bit scary for you, eh?
Why?
Might not come home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I've been like, I don't know, it'd be pretty vicious. It sounds pretty wild there, man. Holy crap.
I haven't actually thought about the wall or the history for a long time. I guess that's kind of what happens, hey? Like over time you kind of forget and get occupied with the things that are happening now. Like that the current things are gnarly, you know, with Gaza and Ukraine and Russia, and so you just can kind of forget these details.
Yeah, forget the details of past wars and focus on the current. I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess that's maybe all these leaders forget as well, like how bad war is. Yeah, you know, or we all forget. You know, because everyone gets fired up about their their way is the right way and whatever, and then everyone's get so overheated, and then you go into that state, and then it's not until after that everyone's kind of like, oh, that's actually not very good.
Yeah, fully. Everyone just kind of swings into it, and with steam coming out of their ears, and then goes, oh, hang on, maybe that wasn't the way to do it.
Yeah, maybe steaming up's no good.
Yeah, maybe not completely demolishing a whole entire place is not the way to do it.
Definitely not.
No, it's not. We'll get a bit more into that in a sec. I've got a couple of questions about that. But so Berlin, and then did you come home with like a vision? Did you come home to start filming more surf and?
No vision. I think I just, and it's probably where I am now, but I kind of like just missed nature. Berlin was fucking amazing and epic as a city, but it is a city and it's filthy. And I just kind of got over that and got over, walking into a venue and it's just like everyone's smoking darts and like it was amazing on so many levels, but I think over time that I was just like, this is kind of
novelty wore off.
Yeah. I was like, I need to get back to the ocean and to the trees and, growing up here. It's a special place. And so when I moved back, I kind of really had like a new appreciation for Ulladulla and surrounds. Like it's such a good zone. Yeah. That was your phone. You didn't put your phone on silent, brother.
Mine's on silent.
Is it? I swear mine's on fucking... Oh no, that was my phone. Classic. I thought I put it on airport, eh?
Airport mode.
Oh, it came at a good time.
Ding. So did you, so when you came back, so how did you like get in sync with shooting Russ? Like getting like really involved with shooting surf?
God. I don't actually know, eh?
So
I think
I was talking to him and he said something like, I only really met Kaineder, started working with Kaineder when he got back from Berlin. And I was wondering if maybe you'd been in Berlin and had an opportunity and came home for that, but no.
Nah, so I just came home and then I think, because I was away, like that was when Russ was coming into his kind of prime. Yeah. Oh, not his prime, he's in his prime now, but where he really started to put like a stamp on the scene, it was 12 till 15 and that's when I was away. And so then I came back and I just, I've just always loved going on these adventures and going filming in wild places. And so I think the first time I went to Shippies and it was with Damo again and someone else and we stayed at Pitty's. And Birch, Russ,
Brett Bircher,
and Brett Bircher and Russ and someone else I can't remember was there, and we all stayed at Pitty's. Yeah, and I remember we did the walk with Russ.
Is Pitty from Tasmania?
No, he's from here, but his parents bought a place there. All right, and I think he'd moved down at the time, or his parents were living there, and we all stayed there. Right, can't remember exactly, but and then I remember like. I was like, surfers are fucking blowing it. Like, a set would come in and every surfer was like falling off on the takeoff and stuff. Because back then it was kind of like, they weren't paddling into...
Crew weren't nailing it yet.
And I was just like, let the boogers go.
Get out of the way, you stinking surfers.
It was pretty funny. And and that day was pretty pumping and Russ got like a couple and he was like 15. Yeah. And I just like binned all his footage, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know if I was in the spot for them either. Like it's probably my fault, but I just I don't have any footage of him from that trip, or Brett, or anyone. None of it. And so that's pretty hilarious. But after that, I was just kind of filming it and kind of keen to maybe get into surfing. And I guess because of the WSL, I'd been working on the WSL and at Quickie for a while. Yeah. I was doing other surf stuff, and by then I'd done the short film with Derek Hynd.
Oh, that's right.
That was The Man in the Sea.
Man in the Sea.
So that was like 2015.
How did that come about?
I was in J-Bay working on the WSL,
Yep.
and it was actually the year that Mick Fanning had the run-in with the shark.
Oh, yeah.
And that afternoon after that, like Derek was just out in the water.
By himself?
Just surfing, yeah. I think it was with one other person. And it was cooking.
Wow.
And then the next morning, actually, I went out to film him. And I was swimming out there. And I was freaked out, but I was just keen. But a friend of mine knew Derek. And I was just like, oh, if he's keen to do something, I'll just stay an extra 2 weeks. And I ended up staying in J-Bay for 2 weeks and just lived with Derek down at this house.
What?
And made this little 3-minute piece.
Sick.
And that was kind of the start of it. Like, oh, these are really cool. And I know Russ was working on like an O'Neill film.
Yeah.
With a director from Byron.
Yeah.
But he ended up pulling the pin after the first trip because he had kids and stuff at the time, and I think it was just a bit hard. And so then I was like, oh, I'm keen. Like, if you're keen, I'm keen.
Yeah, I'm
keen. I'd love to work with you, Russ, or something.
Well.
And so he put me forward, and O'Neill just put it on the back burner for
we'll see.
ages. And then he won Cape Fear that year, 2016.
Yeah.
And within the next day, I was in Fiji working on the WSL, and it was flat. And we watched the Cape Fear comp like on Tavarua with all the like with Slater, and everyone was crazy, and everyone was just frothing on Russ.
Fuck, that's sick.
It was sick. I kind of wish I'm still going. I'm such a slow drinker.
No, that's all right.
But I'll take it.
You're telling the stories.
And yeah, so that was kind of sick. And I was like, everyone loves Russ, eh? Like, I think Slater had been to the Des maybe with Russ.
Yeah, down Bierke
already.
As well or something.
Yeah. So
Got a story.
yeah, everyone was frothing on that. And then within 24 hours, O'Neill was like, yeah, we're keen. We got to do this piece. Like, it just went from like no comment to let's get this done.
Wow.
And so that was kind of the start of it. And we've worked together kind of ever since.
How long? You reckon 10 years?
It's been 10 years, yeah. 10 years next year, I think.
Fucking years of...
It's been fun.
Like, how many major projects do you reckon you have produced, or like how many
if you call a 10-minute piece a major project, I don't know, but we've worked on about... This is the 4th, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, like I've accompanied you guys on a couple of those trips where you've been filming, and I see the work and hours that goes into it. It's pretty major.
Yeah.
Like whether or not the length of the film isn't not gigantically long and major, there's a lot of time and thought.
There's a lot that goes into it, for sure.
Fucking hell.
And I think, with Russ he's so talented, and he's a good guy, you know. He's just a great egg, and good to travel with, and
isn't he?
Easy to work with. He doesn't have too much to say about. He lets me kind of run wild with whatever dumb idea I've got or whatever. Yeah. And he just kind of wants the waves to be seen how he wants them to be seen, kind of, and that's it, really.
That's all.
Which is cool.
So it leaves the creative direction kind of to you, huh?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, that's
nice
cool.
To be able to take the reins, and he does the talking on his feet, and
for sure,
you do the talking behind the lens.
Yeah, I guess you've got to, you've just got to also. I just try and. It's not how I would do every film, but at the end of the day, like, he's getting gnarly barrels, and there's not much variety in terms of camera work that you can do, especially not 10 years ago. So, yeah, I guess you got to tailor the creative to that. It's like you can't be have all these different angles and different wave types and airs to barrels to small turns or whatever. It's kind of, it's pretty like everything's very similar, and you're like, I'm focused on like those, once in a year wave, that's amazing, and everything else just kind of falls away. And because that's what's unique about Russ, right?
Yeah.
He surfs the gnarliest waves
Ever.
and he's on point and getting the
Always.
gnarliest waves. Like,
Every surf.
so yeah, it's mind blowing.
Is it mind blowing like how nearly probably every session you get when the waves are big and good, he's getting that 1 in 1,000 wave. Like people spend years to get 1 or 2 of those, and he'll get one every big gnarly crazy session.
Yeah, he's just on it. I don't know how.
This is crazy, man.
Like, I remember definitely like the best session, I don't know what he would say, but in my eyes was the Cliffs
I was about to say that.
session in
That second one when
yeah,
it was
when you were there as well.
3 of us went out, huh?
Yeah. Like those few days and that film that we did, Outer Edge of Leisure, you know, that just being there from the cliff, I was just like, holy shit, like he's fucking got that many good waves.
Dude, that was crazy.
And then the year before we went there, and I think we went in November, and he got like 2 waves that were almost
Best
unbelievable,
Yeah.
but he just got clipped on both of them.
Yeah.
And that was when Nath Florence got that crazy one as well.
Yeah, I remember.
So Nath's and Russ's were like on par. I reckon Russ's was like slightly better and slightly gnarlier, but he just didn't make it.
I know. That's the one where he came out and just caught his nose. Did all the hard work.
Yeah.
Fuck, how
And then the other one, it was like ran for ages, and he got to the end and
Kinda straightened
just
out and
got
wore
like
it.
went.
That's a make, though.
Yeah,
That
it
one's
was
a make.
pretty. You know, it's good.
He came out.
He came out. You
He
know.
made that one.
He did his best.
That's a make. I'd consider that one a make.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy watching him just in that situation. Like, I'm definitely on the shore then just going like, fuck, he's killing it today.
Dude, that was so gnarly watching
Yeah.
that session. Like, being in the water.
Oh,
That second session was bigger, windier, gnarlier, no one out, no ski, no nothing. 4 kilometers in either direction. If you get hurt, you're swimming for 4Ks.
yeah,
Like,
you're in strife.
It does not get any more dire than that.
No,
You're
I don't
sitting-
think, yeah.
You're dwarfed by I don't know how big the cliffs are, but you're looking up into the sky at these cliffs. Like, it does not get more intimidating, and he was surfing it like it was a 3-foot beachy. I was
Yeah,
just
I
sitting
know.
like this. The
I'm
water's
like-
freezing, got all the gear on. So gnarly.
I'd almost I'd
mind bending.
like Shippies is gnarly and you're looking up at the cliff and everything, but I think the cliffs of Moa is like way gnarlier because once you get in, like getting in's probably worse at the cliffs, but they could be on par depending on the day.
As
But
in
then-
getting in the water.
Oh well, yeah, or getting in
Or
if you're
getting out
injured
of-
or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And but at the cliffs, you know, you're always you're getting pulled to the lefts. So if you're like buckled or whatever, you got to do the big swim around. Whereas Shippies, you're always getting blown into the channel.
Okay.
So that's one. But then if you actually get injured and you get in, you can't actually get in because
You can't get out of there.
it's like up there. So you're just on the rocks still until like somehow someone can get in and get you.
Fuck, it's so gnarly.
I mean, they're both gnarly, but yeah, it is. And I talked to Russ because, you know, Russ is pretty into safety.
Yeah, he is.
But, you know, those sessions or whatever, he's like, this is just my favorite like one of my favorite waves in the world. And, you know, if I'm ever going to like push it a bit, it's going to be like here.
Yeah.
So that's why he was out there with just you guys, is absolutely sending
Yeah,
it.
and obviously you remember, we would have told you, but when we were running down the cliff that day, mind you, like, as you know, the cliff is like, you know, 30 centimeters wide, enough just to put both your feet.
Yeah,
and you're
it's a goat track. It's a goat track.
scaling down the goat track down a sheer cliff. You make one
It's
wrong.
gnarly.
Yeah, you make one wrong footstep and you're done skis.
Yeah.
So we're running down there and like Russ is fired up, so we're going pretty quick and I'm already nervous. It's cold. I got all this stuff on. And we get down the bottom, we're about to jump in. And like you said, that jump off is gnarly, the big slippery boulders and like big 6-foot closeouts.
And then there's that one boulder that's like 5 meters out.
It just sticks out.
That just
Yeah,
like you get
people dry
stuck on
dock on
it.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gnarly.
So gnarly. But he's getting ready and he's like, all right, like he's talking me through it because I'm freaking out. I'm like, holy shit. I thought this morning was big. I'm like, my goodness, I don't even. And he's like, come on, all right. And he's talking me through it as he's getting ready and pumping up. And then he's sort of, you know, making sure I'm all good. And then he goes, oh, and he loses his glove.
Oh,
He lost one glove.
He couldn't find it, eh? It
And
was stuck under a rock.
And he's freaking and he's going,
Yeah.
shit. So he's gone, I've gone, Russ, like, take mine, you know, yes, here's my ticket out. I can go and sit with pumps up on the headland and watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, Phil, this is
I'm
great.
out of here.
Sweet. And he's like, no. So he's ran halfway back up the track looking for it, couldn't find it, ran back down, and I'm like, Russ, take my gloves. He's like, no, you're coming out. I'm going no gloves. And it's like, you can't, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No, you can't.
You can't.
I don't know. Well,
Surely
I don't think Joao would have been in gloves.
Fuck. Like
He never runs gloves.
Yeah, that's
But
hectic.
they're maniacs over there.
Like, man,
There's no way I wouldn't run
My
gloves.
fingers are cold in the gloves.
In the gloves, yeah, for sure.
And anyway, so he's just like literally just gone, no, fuck it, like we're out there. Put his leash on, tuck his other glove in his suit. He's gone like jump between rocks and just taken his third step and gone, what? And stopped and just looked down and then it must have blown off the rock and it was wedged down in between boulders and found his glove, man.
So good.
And I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. Like I was just like, mate, take my gloves and go surfing. And he's just like, no. Like, I'm going no gloves. And I'm like, man, you got work to do. I probably not going to go away.
Yeah, you go for it.
But I remember just like going, this guy's just a lunatic, but just so cool, calm, collected. Like, oh, I got to go find me glove, you know. I was just
he's pretty
freaking.
cruising.
But yeah, it was crazy.
I wonder if he's internally freaking, surely.
I don't know, man. He's just always Russ. Like, there's just like a level. There's like freaking out, real mellow, and then there's just Russ.
Yeah.
He's just straight down. He's always just like at that middle level, hey.
Yeah, no, he's
always.
good. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I guess that's how he does it. That's part of how he does it, eh?
Well, you kind of answer my question then, because my question was going to say, what would you say is one of the most fruitful surf expeditions you've ever been on, like shooting? And those few days are probably it, right?
Yeah, they're probably probably for that, you know, one of the couple of the most special days ever. Yeah. You know, to have it line up like that.
It's crazy.
And then for him to be in the zone doing what he did, it was pretty, because I've filmed like some amazing stuff of like Derek Hynd in, you know, Noosa in a cyclone swell and stuff like that, or Noah Lane as well, going ham at Pampa. But just those couple of days, like, and just where it is, what it is, to be on that level is a pretty special thing to witness for sure.
It was intense too, because remember the tides were real neat. So the low wasn't very low and it had to be real low. Yeah. So we were up at 4 in the dark, freezing cold, running down the track with heat torches on. I was just like, this is so gnarly. This is not my idea of a holiday. It's hectic.
It's definitely not a holiday.
Fuck no.
Morse didn't come for those reasons, did he?
Oh, it was so gnarly, man. Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Let's get on to a few other topics, because how are we looking for time here? Because we've gone all right.
We've actually got heaps of time.
We got heaps of time, right?
Keep talking about Russ.
Okay. So, Russell. Also,
no.
Just like quickly before we jump topic. So, how long did it? So, Inner Mechanics is the one with all that footage in it.
Outer Edge of Leisure.
Inner Mechanics is the one that is premiering right now.
Is the one we're premiering tonight. Yeah.
In half an hour.
In half an hour. Hopefully,
Hopefully we make it.
Kyle sent me Mick. This guy Mick, he's rigged everything up. I got there the Savo and he's just set everything up.
Kyle McNally has given you a contact.
Yeah, Mick, because he said this guy does the outside, and then he's like, I'd never met him before. I just got there and everything was schmick, like set up, so sick.
So
just
good.
What an absolute legend. And then he's like building, we couldn't figure out, we've just got like the, you know, small kind of house projector at the Milton Hotel. And so then we figured out, it has to be 4 meters from the screen. And then it's like, it's going to be in the middle of everyone. Like, and that's going to be kind of gnarly. So now he's like just rigging up a bit of mini scaffolding and like running it up the top just above everyone, so it's not in anyone's way. Like, it's just sick. So the guy's full proper setup.
So he's a guru. He's the man.
Absolute legend.
Good on you, Mick. Mick who? Do we have a last name?
Oh, I've got it, but I can't remember.
Mick. Good on you, Mick.
Anyway, good on you, Mick.
So tonight you'll be premiering Inner Mechanics, but am I right in saying that Outer Edge of Leisure plays first?
Yes.
Okay.
So I kind of made them as like, I guess, a sequel.
Really?
Or made Inner Mechanics as a sequel. Like they're meant to be a series together, like an anthology series. Like it's not, they're completely different, but the idea is like Outer Edge of Leisure is obviously, you know, what it says on the tin, just kind of Russ going absolutely ham. And then the Inner Mechanics of Russell's Mind is kind of the extended title, is kind of just to try and give a little bit of insight into his personality, who he is, and like, you know,
how he's such a fucking maniac.
How he's a maniac, exactly. And so actually playing them together back to back works incredibly well, because by the time you finish Outer Edge of Leisure, you're kind of ready to like hear
how does he do that?
How does he do it?
Yeah.
So yeah, we weren't sure how it was going to go, but it actually worked sick.
I'm fucking frothing.
So, and we didn't really get to screen Outer Edge of Leisure because I can't remember, but I'm always just rushing to get Russ's vids finished. So, because at this time of year is always busy with work.
Do you set yourself a deadline, like the video's got to be done by this date, and then just
they
grind
usually
yourself
have
around,
they usually, the deadlines are there, but I leave it till the last minute because.
Are you given a deadline from someone?
Oh, we kind of, you know, with this one, for example, like the drop has to line up with where it can fit in O'Neill's kind of social schedule and stuff. And, you know, the international companies like schedule, and then we were meant to release a month ago, but I was kind of like, we're delayed. Like, it's always gnarly at this time of year. And
yeah, you got a bit off.
So I'm just like, you know, I've had it locked in since January or whatever. And I'm like, I should be chipping away.
Yeah.
But you kind of don't know. Like, it wasn't until June when we got the wave that's the opening wave. And I was like, that's the opening wave of the film. And so now I'm just basing the whole film around that as the opening.
Where is it?
Here, at home.
Okay, don't say anymore.
It's
Don't say anymore.
Yeah, we'll keep it under.
Don't say anymore because I'm about to go and watch it. I don't know. I have no idea about what's in this one. I knew all about Outer Edge of Leisure, but I've got no idea what's in this.
Yeah, well, you'll be in for a fucking treat.
And
it's psychotic.
Do you have someone playing live as the film is screening?
So we were meant to, but so the M1. Russ and Jay from the Gong, or Jay lives in Narooma now, but
Russ W?
Russ W, yeah.
Oh, is he in the M1?
He's so it's him and Jay, who used to have a band called the Super Trip. I guess they do other things together, I'm not sure, but so they did the soundtrack to Flow State, which is an old film Russ and I worked on as well. And they did the soundtrack for this. And we wanted to play live, but then I just couldn't get my shit together. So
it's logistically pretty hard, right?
With the narrative as well, like it's logistically a bit hard. And so what we're doing is like a half-hour set where they're playing to 30 minutes of visuals of basically Russ surfing. So
yeah,
we're just indulging ourselves in Russ going hard for half an hour.
It's completely separate to both the films?
Completely. Oh, it's like some, like maybe half outtakes, half of the best waves from both.
Okay.
And it just gradually,
just a mash.
So the set, it gradually gets bigger, you know, as it goes, and just gnarly at the end.
Sick.
And then they're actually, because there's that many people coming tonight, it's kind of scary.
It's gonna be hectic. What is it? Did you say 270 people?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
At the Milton Hotel.
Yeah.
Plus the 50 people that roll out without a ticket.
Yeah. Plus there was that many, like at 150 we cut it off, and then like we were just getting that many messages just going, oh, I didn't get a ticket.
Oh, I nearly didn't.
And then Damo was like, oh, we can do it outside, and like we can do it in the car park. Capacity's 500 or whatever. So then we just upped it, and now it was at 270, but we've moved into like under the balcony. And then I'm like,
it's gonna be a bloodbath.
I'm like, are we gonna all fit there, dude? So I actually don't know, but the M1's actually they're gonna play a set after all the visual stuff as well.
Right.
So that'll be really fun.
Yeah.
But I watched them in the Doof tent at Bloomfield recently,
Oh, yeah.
which was at Coolindale. And fuck,
that pretty good?
The festival was epic, and they were really fun, man.
Really?
They had a live drum, like real drums with a sick drummer, which made it mental. But like, they'll be able to turn it up, I reckon. So it should be pretty fun. We got some fake turf down there, which I guess will turn into the dance floor.
The bloodbath. Oh, holy crap! Wow, I'm keen. All right,
Should be pretty fun.
We'll keep this rolling, just so we don't miss out on anything. So I wanted to dive a bit more into like, obviously your political views, but more you're a bit of an environmental activist, massively. I mean, you got the shirt on right there.
Yeah.
Which was your campaign?
A preacher, as you call.
A preacher of the trees.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know where it all started. Like, I don't come from like a activism background, or like, you know, my mum wasn't an activist or a greenie or anything. I guess it just eventually dawned on me that nature was cool after living in Berlin. I was like, fuck, I wouldn't mind getting back to the ocean and some trees and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like where, you know, this was big spotty. I only actually found out about this tree, which is the tallest spotted gum in the world, like 4 years ago, like after COVID. And it's literally just down the road.
And it's not a site. Like, it's not
like, you know, they have the tree in Mile Lakes National Park, which was called the tallest tree in New South Wales, and they have like a full visitors centre and a boardwalk around this thing.
Yeah.
And this one's taller than that one.
It's just sitting in
and it's just
the ground.
sitting there, and, you know, the forest around it's about to be chopped down. So I guess, you know, where the environmental stuff just comes for me, it's just like, what, you know, just it's morally and ethically the right thing to do. And I guess that's what kind of drives me in most situations. Like,
nothing too complicated, just it's not a good idea to fucking cut all the trees down in our beautiful area.
Yeah, well, it's like if you saw anything, like if you saw someone struggling on the street, or, you know, being beat up by someone else or anything like that, do you just walk by?
Right. No.
Like, or do you do something? No. And I guess...
Well, see, a lot of people, that's the problem. A lot of people would be like, ooh, I don't want to be involved myself with that. That's probably the reason that this is a problem. Exactly,
yeah. So that's... I just personally can't, like, I find it really difficult to, you know... I know there's a lot, you know, when you get into the... It's not black and white, the answers, you know, but I think there's certain things that are, like plastic, for example, is ridiculous. We don't really need most of it, because as a society, as humans, we're so adaptable. Yeah. If we just like ban plastic, we just come up with a fucking another solution of how to do it. You know what I mean?
Fully. No,
like, and that's what, you know, they banned plastic bags in supermarket, and here we are. You don't have people with pitchforks going, bring back plastic bags for free.
It's all good.
You just find another way to do it. And I think there's certain things that are just, they are black and white. Like, plastic is shocking, and it's just morally, you know, the right thing to do to kind of advocate for an end to that. And so I guess that's where the environmental side of it stems. And, you know, I guess I've got this, you know, I'm no Mickey Smith or anything. Like, I'm no like incredible filmmaker or whatever, but I know how to kind of make something.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like, you know, I want to use that skill set to tell stories that mean something, you know? So, and that kind of have a message or that open conversations more so. And so, you know, that goes with working with Russ or working on environmental stuff. Like, that's why I don't work full time in surf, or because I like, you know, the storytelling aspect to me is what kind of drives me. Like hearing what Russ is about under the surface, or like what's happening in the forest or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm keen on. So that's where the environmental stuff. And then you kind of reflect, like talking, you know, probably Felix is going to do like a welcome to country and that kind of thing. And there's, you know, there's been a lot of tonight. Yeah. And there's been a lot of debates about that, but.
What debate? Yeah,
well, you know, like people are like, oh, I don't need to be welcomed on my own country and shit like that. And
like,
but
is this like white people debating this, or is this other Indigenous being like,
no, this is white people, like, so. What
the fuck?
There's all that.
It's not your country,
but it's well, it's not even about
pretty
that,
simple, isn't it? Right?
Because so, you know, Felix was saying there's traditionally you're, you know, you come onto the land, which is Ewan, whether you're from anywhere else in Australia, and you kind of welcomed onto this country and welcomed for safe passage on like moving around in Ewan, you know?
Was this how the Indigenous people did it before all of this? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
So the different clans, when they go onto other people's land, then you know, you would have to be welcomed by the local people, you know,
the local clan,
and so then it was, you know, I only learnt this yesterday, but he said traditionally you would exchange gifts. So, and that's what he wanted to do tonight instead of payment, you know, to just exchange a gift, because that's what, you know, traditionally was happened.
What's the gift?
The gift tonight is just dinner.
Oh yeah,
fancy dinner at the Milton Hotel, which is a fucking big one.
That's a hell gift.
Chef's hat and all that.
And then so like you're giving him that gift, and he's giving you the gift of his service of doing.
Like the safe passage of being on Ewan. But I think you know, above anything, it's like it's not even about that. It's just about respect for culture and respect for other people in general. And like,
of course,
we you know, I loved Egypt and like mummies and all that kind of shit back in the day, but like, and that culture was there and doesn't exist, you know, as it did anymore. Whereas like this culture in Australia, Indigenous culture, is older than that, and it's still
here,
continuing today.
Yeah.
And that should be something to be celebrated.
It should be celebrated,
like that we
sacred, eh?
And just, you know, like what's happened in Australia has happened now. And I know there's a lot of trauma for Aboriginal people in that space. But, you know, I was born in 1990, as you were probably born after that.
95. And
so I think where it is now is like just coming together and moving forward. And that's kind of what I'm just keen to do and keen to learn about the local area. There's so much shit I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like Nuggin, for example, there's a midden there in between the beach and where you change. Like all that rock shelf is an Aboriginal midden. So where they used to gather and eat. So shellfish, seafood, all that kind of thing. So there's just like piles of shells under the rock shelf. And, you know, I personally have been going to that wave for 20 years, and it was only a year ago that I knew the significance of that spot. And so it's just kind of like, you know, just open your ears and your eyes and
be a bit more observant.
And be open to accepting the information and because it's kind of cool.
It's so cool.
Like,
it's amazing
to have that history. And, you know, that's just the tip of the iceberg, obviously.
Yeah.
But, But yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. It's just so fascinating. And I think we kind of just get a bit lost without having any like deep cultural roots in any way, you know, like as...
No, we don't, no.
If you lose your family or, you know, you lose your friends as like a white person with no religion or anything like that, you just can be lost.
Just be like sad and be like...
Yeah, and like who am I? Who are my friends? Or, you know, and we've got this whole mental health crisis happening everywhere. And it's just, I think just being in touch with that just helps, you know, and being connected to the land.
To the land and the spirituality of it and stuff. You mean that? Yeah. Would you say that people are getting more in touch with that? Would you say that this modern society, like it seems to me as a youngster, it was just kind of, I mean, like my mum taught Aboriginal studies, so I was always quite like up to date with everything. But I just mean like it was never really public. It just wasn't. It didn't seem as much of something that people spoke about. Again, like you said, mental health is so on the table at the moment. Like issues of like discrimination and like the Indigenous land
racism
and like racism and stuff. That's very much on the table. It's a conversation that's always been spoken about. You know, the environmental side of things, even people that weren't specifically opinionated or at all had much of a political stand seem to be even more kind of starting to pick a side more than just sitting in the middle ground. Would you say that we're moving forward before that?
I would have said that 2 years ago. Now I'm not so sure.
What, you reckon it's flipping,
unfortunately,
going back again?
Well, you know, I think it's the same answer that I thought, you know, Scott Morrison was a sure loss for the Prime Minister like 6 years ago, whenever that was. And I was living in Marrickville, obviously living in a bubble, thinking that the world is better than it actually is.
Yeah.
Because of the people I'm surrounded by. And so, you know, I would like to think it is getting better, and it is getting better in so many ways. But I guess the minority that are charged up and speaking up against that stuff, against what I believe to be right anyway.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Well, it's pretty straightforward, you would think, yeah. Just be nice to other heads.
Be nice and don't be racist to people that were here before you. It's not that fucking hard, is it?
Yeah. Well... anyone, not even
but I mean, on the basis of that kind of conversation, like fuck,
it's repping the hat. Actually, this is L's hat.
Yeah, you're all over it. You got the spotty shirt on, you got the Indigenous hat on.
Yeah, repping.
Fucking hell, pre-planned.
And I kind of forgot my train of thought there, but I guess the answer is like, I hope so. Yeah. To be honest, like that's my, you know, I'm always slightly pessimistic.
Yeah.
You know, but no, I'm not. I wouldn't. Everyone else would say I'm pessimistic, but I don't believe myself to be pessimistic.
You're real. You're honest.
I think I'm just like...
being optimistic sometimes can be a bit of a flop because you're like, oh, and then it's just like people who see it for what it really is are like, well, you're just an airy-fairy carry-on. Yeah. If you're dead straight to the fact, I don't really know, then people, when you speak, they're going to take it seriously. Don't worry, Pumps, I got you.
Toxic positivity, mate.
I hear you, no, but like, I hear what you're saying. No, I wouldn't say you're a pessimist. You're just, you're saying...
but you're just calling a spade, right? Like, you know, it's like if you go to a club or whatever and it's a shit meal, you know, you kind of expect it and it's fine, but it's fine to call it shit. Yeah. And it's not that I'm upset that it's shit or anything. I'm just calling it what it is. So, but yeah, I think, you know, we are moving forward in a lot of ways, and like, thank God Peter Dutton didn't get in, but I think there's still a long way to go, and you know, there always is, but yeah, I guess the answer is maybe yes then. Yeah. I'm changing. So I've gone from I hope so to yes, but let's say yes. I'm going to be positive on this one. I reckon it's more
in the spotlight from a pleb's point of view who's not really in touch with all this and just sort of buzzes around in his own head. From what I can see, it's way more spoken about. It's way more projected over social media. Like, it seems like these are more things that are in your face. It's like, wake up, this is what's going on. Either pick your side or fucking, like get in line, like figure out where you're at with this, because this is what's going on.
For sure.
And right before I tried to get you on last time, you're going to hate this, but this was one of the things that I was going to like semi-set you off with to get you going.
Yeah.
So when I was 18, hopefully no government officials are listening to this. When I was 18, I went in to vote and my name wasn't on the list. And I was like, what? You're kidding. And all the boys voted, start there thinking, yeah, first vote. And I'm like, what? You're shitting me. Why didn't I get to vote? And they're like, sorry, your name's not on here, mate. Handing me this wad of paperwork. Like, you got to fill all this out and then do this and make sure you come back tomorrow so it's the last day. And I'm like, what happens if I don't? Oh, well, you won't be on the list, so you probably won't get in trouble, but you should because that. So I'm like, yeah, okay, sweet. And I just walked out and was just like,
stuff
in the bin.
Yeah.
And then, boom, went overseas for years.
Yeah.
So
perfect.
Since then, I haven't enrolled to vote.
Still?
I haven't enrolled to vote.
Mate, get your shit together.
Yeah. And I feel like I've just always just been in my own world. Like I've always, like for someone as outspoken and somewhat opinionated as myself, I probably definitely should have my say recorded. But I never have. But so to the general pleb, if you are not, this is what's a hard one that I would like. I'm not going up against you. I genuinely want to ask you is, if I'm not educated enough in it, if I don't know enough about it, if I'm just sort of just your tradie on the site, don't really give a shit, whatever, let's just get the fucking next bloke in and keep moving. What do you have to say to them? Because their votes are going to count if they just sort of go throw it in there and they don't actually have a standpoint. Would you suggest that people that don't want to vote are better, like if that was a possibility in our society, would you think that would be a better option? So people who actually care and actually are making the point get their voice across the line, you know what I mean?
I think the answer to this question is culture. So we need to create a culture around politics that it's not this bad thing to talk about or this thing that you don't want to know about. And I think that's what happens in Australia is like we're a bit, if it doesn't affect us, kind of it's better off we kind of don't know or, my vote won't make a difference or whatever. I think that's just a cultural thing. And I don't know when I enrolled, and I definitely wasn't engaged in politics until I kind of, after I came back from Berlin and lived in Sydney, and there was the Scott Morrison, Bill Shorten election, which got me fired up because I was like, this guy's a fuckwit. Like,
who were you?
The best of the bad bunch, which was Bill Shorten, at the time. Right. And a lot of people wouldn't even ever say what their political views are in any context, but I'm happy to say who I vote for. Oh, no, good. It's definitely not those liberal orcs who are pro-business and pro-money in more money's pocket kind of thing.
Would you say that your political views are pretty swayed by the environmental aspects of it? Like, would you base a lot of your political, like, especially your votes towards the environmental?
Mine are, I'm not hard green because I feel like I want to be tactical. And so it actually gets kind of complicated because it depends where you are. So, for example, last year, or it was at the last election, I'll just say, the seat of Gilmore, which is where we live, or where I used to live and where you live here, was a really tightly contested seat. Like, I think the year before, Labor won by less than 1% or something. Right. So the potential to sway the vote here was massive. So it was really important to vote. Okay. So you should have. Yes. But it's kind of... it more affects you in the local area. So I think I would base my vote on that. Like, if I lived here at the time, I would have been seriously considering, making sure I, Labor would at least beat Liberal. You know what I mean? Like, because voting an independent might have been a throwaway vote or whatever. And it's way more complicated than that, and it's dumbing down. But what's great about Australia is we have the preference system. So in America, you vote for who you vote for, and if they're not going to win, your vote's binned. Whereas in Australia, you get to choose 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And so if the person you put as 1 is not going to win, then they go to the number 2 vote. So they kind of count all the 1 votes, and then they get the top ones. And then if it's 2 even, then they go back and count all the number 2 votes, and they add to the ones. So then so you actually get like a chance to kind of tier your votes, which allows more freedom in who you vote for, which is much better outcome for all of us.
I'm going for him, he lost.
Yeah. Or like, I won't vote for him because he has no chance.
Yeah.
And then I'll vote for this guy. And so the preferential system allows more flexibility, which is sick. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, you know, Mum and I didn't talk about it when I was a kid. You know, I don't know many people who talked about it with their parents.
No.
Unless, you know.
Weird stigma, not a stigma, but people, it's a big part of the Australian culture just being like, whatever, we're just fucking do what we're doing.
And I think because
it needs to change. Like, I mean, I'm sitting here right now, one of them. Not one of them, but I've just...
Yeah.
I think my major thing was I was abroad so often and speaking with friends who were abroad, they're always getting fined and always getting this and that because they didn't vote. And it was a hassle to do this and that. And I was just like, I'm not doing it. But now I'm home, essentially, most of the time. I probably...
You should.
Probably should.
You should.
Probably should pull my finger out.
Sign up, mate.
Probably should sign up at 30 years old.
You know, ultimately, we live in like a society with a lot of people, you know, and we need to try and figure out ways forward to all exist together. Yeah. And I think, you know, voting and politics is an important part of that. But
no, I agree.
You know, I think as well we've been sheltered in Australia because... You know, there's only 30 million or so of us now, and we have this enormous country, and we're wealthy because we, you know, ship off oil and coal and steel and gas and stuff. So we don't need to be in tune with politics, or we haven't needed to be as much as Europe or America or other more populated countries, because it's kind of, we can just get away with it not affecting our day-to-day too much. Until, you know, I feel like it's only really, it's either me just getting a bit older or us becoming more aware through the internet, or
That's
it is just getting
it.
worse. It could be all three of those things. But definitely now it feels like a lot more like we've let things go for too long. And now it's like, like it's impossible for someone your age to get a house, you know? And, you know, you're lucky now and I'm lucky to have that. But there's a lot of people our age that can't, you know, and it's such a struggle. And so those things, they're important. They're boring as all hell, but
pull your finger out and have you say,
just
that's your message for the people.
That's the message. Just a part of living. You don't like, it doesn't take that long. There's that many websites now. Like last year you can log on to, I can't remember what it is now, but it was like vote, you know, I mean, ABC did Vote Compass and there was a whole website.
The guide to voting,
The guide, and like there was a whole website that, you know, broke it down into dot points of what every party stood for. So like in 2 hours you could do enough research to make an informed decision. Like you don't have to spend years knowing the ins and outs of parties. Nah, there's no excuse, mate.
There's no excuse.
Get on the program.
I will. I seriously will. Like, and last time I was pretty passionate about who I wanted to win and I didn't have a say, which is a bit stupid.
That is dumb, mate. But that's all right.
I'll handle that. All right. Well, we're going to have to kind of jump a little bit forward here.
Sweet.
Not to just completely flip the topics, but
no, we'll get out of that. We'll get out of that chat.
We are against the clock. We're already kind of ticking into a bit of overtime here, but Is that all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
We're at 5.
All good,
o'clock?
mate. All
We're
good.
Okay. So, like,
We're here now.
Do you
Let's
wanna-
just make it happen.
yeah. That's what I think. But it's not my head on the chopping block, so it's not my place to make that call.
Russ can sort it out.
Let's talk a bit about like you filming documentaries and stuff, and some of your nature cinematography and stuff. I want to hear a bit more about that.
I guess so a close friend of mine, Ed, and another friend, Dan, started a company together, and he's an old bodyboard filmmaker, and we made a film together in 2015 with Ben Player.
Yeah.
Called Far North. And halfway through the shoot in Scotland, he was like, I've got this opportunity. I've got a bit of funding to go and make this wildlife film, and this is what I want to do. And so he just left the surf film to go and do that. And he'd studied zoology. And
who's this?
Ed Salto, his name is.
Ed
so he's like
Salto.
A close friend. And then that was the start of his kind of wildlife career. So he's just done wildlife ever since. And so every now and then they would call me up to like go and assist on wildlife gigs. And because, you know, you're in a remote place with the core team for like weeks at a time, living out of everyone's pockets, and they're big days and big sessions, and he just, you know, he always just want to go with someone who you know. So that's kind of where I started. And then during COVID, the production companies couldn't fly cameramen to Australia. So then, and natural history was booming at the time, like Netflix, Disney, Nat Geo, like BBC, they were all creating like so many shows in natural history. So
natural history as in just
like wildlife
like
docs, David Attenborough stuff. And so then I kind of, and it was after the bushfires. And so Ed put me in touch with the producers of a show called Animal on Netflix, because they were doing this scene about the bushfires and koala recovery. And so I had all this stock footage that I'd filmed on Noel Butler's property while I was making a short film with him called Morning Country. And that was kind of my in. And then I did like a koala release film, and then I helped Ed and Dan on a shoot in Namadgi filming dingoes.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Which was epic, like 4 weeks just following kangaroos and dingoes. It's like amazing. And then I just got they gave me an opportunity to shoot like my first kind of sequence, I guess, with koalas. And so I did that with Skatey, actually. Skatey came.
What, Sean Clark?
We went to, he's always been a wildlife nerd.
Really?
You know? Yeah, he just loves like lizards and snakes and stuff. Yeah. What? So I thought it was going to be a new career path for him.
I thought he was just a bit of a grease monkey.
No, he he's such a little nerd on animals. Like he loves it. Yeah. So he came and we did that. And then I filmed with the guys. I actually filmed on a few shoots for that show. I did some seal stuff, and then I went to Byron and filmed dolphins for a few weeks because they wanted like surfing dolphins. And then I did, I assisted on The Mating Game, which was like a David Attenborough piece on mating. They were doing something on kangaroos. I think the episode was called like Grasslands maybe. And we just drove around in a car with a camera rigged to the front of it. So there was no need to kind of film on that because they just had a tech, you know, it's like a video game. You just have this big board and he just moves the camera and you drive around. And I just got linked in with that because I'd just been in that area and I knew the environment and the animals and all that. Yeah. So it was just like, we can either take a week to figure this out or we can just pay you, and we've kind of already got it figured out.
So you were like paid to be a guide almost?
Pretty much, yeah, in that. And I just took photos, which was sick.
Yeah.
And then I just done like a few things every now and then. And I fucking love it. But then I had a kid. I was meant to do a koala shoot again, because that's kind of how it works. Someone else wants to do koalas, and then because you've done that animal before, you're already ahead, because you know the behavior, you know how they interact and how to do it. But then that was when Lou was about to be born, and so the shoot got changed because of COVID. And then it was right when the birth was going to happen, so I kind of bailed on that, and then I kind of stopped chasing the work because just having a kid's gnarly, and going away for 4 weeks at a time is just a bit much. But I still love doing it, and I do like every now and then do things like Ed and I went recently to this island called Adele Island off the top of Broome. So we flew to Broome, got on a boat, drove 12 hours overnight, and lived on this boat for 8 days and got a dinghy to the island every day.
Whoa.
And we were filming this behavior called kleptoparasitism, which is where like other animals steal other animals' food. Right. So in this instance, it was frigate birds and masked boobies. And so
I like frigates.
They're so sick.
They're sick.
They're so
like
sick.
Pterodactyls, eh?
Yeah. So the boobies would go out and go fishing, and then as they would come back, the frigates just hover and then just hone in on one, and they have these crazy in-flight battles.
Yeah.
To like, the frigates are trying to force the boobies to eject like their
I've seen
food, and then they catch it.
Yeah, I've seen them do it, eh?
And so it was so sick, that shoot. It was bloody hard.
Hot.
It was hot. The tides are massive.
Oh.
The behavior was hard, and technically it was like the hardest thing you could film.
It's moving
because it's just so quick.
And you got to be cropped in pretty tight. Or?
You got to be like, natural history, it's like as tight as you can be. Like it has to be in there, like in the action. And so, we were there for 8 days, and it took maybe 4 days to figure out the lay of the land, like where exactly they were doing it, where's the best to shoot from, where's getting us the most action. And then you figure that out, and then it's just like, all right, how do we do it? Because like you're just standing there, and then all of a sudden,
here's one.
They're just like, and then it's over, and you're like, what?
I missed it.
And so then we figured out that it was like 3 birds that would do it. And so we would just track those birds.
How did you track them?
So one had half a tail.
Right.
So it was a female frigate bird with like half a tail, and then
females with the white and not the red.
They've got they've got the red. I think they've got the pouch.
Which one's got the pouch?
Oh no, or something. No, because the graders have the white under here or something.
Right.
God, I should remember now. And the juveniles are white. So they have more, they haven't fully got their colours yet. So they're more white and black.
Yeah.
So there was a juvenile one who had a lot more white. And then the female with half a tail. And they're like, I think they have like, I'm pretty sure the pouch maybe. Or do the males?
I don't really know.
Anyway, I should know that shit. But anyway, it was like
Central America as well. So I don't know. They could be completely different.
Oh, they're pretty similar. Yeah, greater frigates and lesser frigate birds.
Yeah.
And so we would just track like half tail, and then you would just track him, and then you'd just kind of just feel. You just like after a while of watching the same animals over and over again, you just get a feel of like their behavior, and then you're just like, he's gone, and then you're like.
Fucking bullshit.
It's pretty exhilarating. It's like filming waves.
Yeah.
But you've got action all the time. It's epic.
Fuck, that sounds mental.
And that was fun. Like the guys, we had a bit of a run-in with a crocodile, and
really?
It was pretty gnarly. We were like walking like in waist deep water for like a K to get to the beach because we couldn't get there in the dinghy because of the tide.
Yeah.
And it's croc country. Like there's not many because you're out in the ocean, but there were crocs there. We saw 3.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty bloody sketchy.
Fucking hell.
But it's fun.
What was the run-in?
After the first few days, we had to stay on the island all day because of the tides. And so we were that hot in the middle of the day, and we're like, let's go for a swim. And we walked like a K and a half across this sand flat, just in the middle of nowhere, and got to the end, and I was like, is that a fucking croc? And then we were just like, what? No way. And then we went up closer, and it was just this like 2 meter croc just hanging on the edge of the bank.
No.
And it pissed off, thankfully, and we went for a dip.
Wow.
And then on the last day, we were coming into the estuary, and we were like, oh, there's some croc tracks. And the dude was like, oh, we'll just drop you off here, sweet. And then we got off with all our gear and stuff, and then we thought, fuck, those tracks are not going into the water. And so we followed the tracks, and then there was this massive croc just on the edge of the bank.
Really?
So
fuck, man.
we just
like salties, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck,
our bird guide there is called George Swan. He was like this classic British lad.
His name's Swan.
Name's George Swan.
Wow.
He's an absolute legend. And dude, he would just get dropped on the island at dawn, stay on there till dusk, and then come back and just have 3 beers, pass out, and go do it all again. And he'd just come back that burnt, like
holy shit.
He just frothed on birds.
Mr. Swan.
It was sick.
I could nearly do a job of that. I love birds.
Oh, it was classy. It was just like he'd drink a couple of beers even during the day when we started being on the island all day, and then he'd just be snoring under the like canopy thing. Like, it was that funny.
Wow, George Swan, what a lord.
Such a ledge. But yeah, that shit's real fun.
And then like you've been shooting the greater gliders, right? A bit.
Yeah,
is that
and
for
that's
a
like,
project or just you doing something that...
That's for like conservation stuff with WWF mostly.
Oh, yeah.
About greater gliders and losing their habitat and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just pretty fun. It's just observing too. Like you're just watching shit and you're like, I guess you think kangaroo's a kangaroo, like, and they're just kind of boring and dumb and whatever. But when I was, literally just Namaji, I just watched them for a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're so sick.
Yeah.
Like kangaroos are mental.
If you watch any animal for long enough, you start to see all like even having a dog, every mood. Like,
well, exactly.
You
yeah.
watch anything else, you see it's that's the sound it makes when it's startled, or that's what it does when it's mellow. That's what it's.
Yeah, you're just like learning.
Yeah, it's good.
Things and just
it's good, man.
Being out in nature, it's cool.
Better than watching telly.
For sure. Making it for telly though.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
But it's good to experience it on the big screen, but too.
Yeah, fully.
With all the stuff.
So aside from filming, you spoke about Lou and Elle. Elle, your partner. You've got a 4-year-old.
He's almost 4 now. Yeah.
4-year-old Louis.
Big dog.
What's it? Yeah. What's it like? How's fatherhood been?
Yeah, it's epic. It's tough. It's been tough for me for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Probably more so than other people. I don't know. I felt like after just doing what you want for so long, and then just kind of, trying to come to terms with that, it's like quite difficult because I was an only child as well, and it was just me and mum, and I'm just used to my whole life just kind of doing whatever I wanted.
You want.
And so that was a pretty big change. I feel like I've only just gotten to like a good point in that. It's like taken 3.5 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, along that way, like it's been hard in aspects, but it's also been, like incredible. Like it's sick. He's such a legend.
He is a good little lad, isn't he?
And he's lots of fun, and Elle's also like such a great mum, and that obviously helps a lot.
Yeah. With Lou, excuse me if I'm prying too much, was he something that you were like, okay, we're looking to have a kid? Or was it like, oh, we're having a kid, here we go?
Oh, we're having a kid, for sure. Yeah. Elle and I are only together for 6 months or something.
Really? And it was like, here he comes. Oh, shit, here we go.
Yeah, so that was it.
Wow. That would have been a bit of a snap to reality, eh?
It was a bit of a shock. Like, I feel like I probably would have liked to wait a couple of years, but
but a welcome surprise.
That's just kind of how it is, and that's life, isn't it? You just get on with it.
It seems like there's not that many that are like, let's try. And every time someone tries, it takes ages.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, like and I think, you know, given what I was saying before, if I was thinking about it, I would probably always be like, no, I'm not ready. Like, I'll wait a couple of years. You know what I mean? Like, until it's just there and it's happening. It's like, oh, okay, I don't really have another choice now.
I mean, he's had a good life. Even that couple of months he did in Ireland, that was cool. Yeah,
that was sick. Allowing him to travel and go to Ireland with him. That was cool.
See the world. The world at a young age.
Love to get him on more trips. It's just been a bit hard the last couple of years, but hopefully he can come to more things and see the world, open his eyes. Because it is like, I guess the job I do is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Go to some pretty sick places and fun. He's come and filmed Russ once, but he just wanted to go home.
Really?
He's like, I'm over it. Let's go home. I'm like, dude, I'm working, Supers is pumping.
I'm working, mate. You got to hang, chill.
Pretty funny, but we've been hitting the skate park heaps.
Yeah, as you go on the board.
Oh, loves it, man.
Really?
So we just like every day we're going PK skate park.
Wow. So not big school next year.
No, the year after, I think. Yeah. But yeah.
It's too early, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, surely.
Bit early.
Yeah.
Another year or so.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to have to get semi-close to wrapping it because I'm starting to push into the crunch time here for you.
I think so.
It's 20 past 7.
That's all right.
Fuck. I mean, not 7, 5.
Oh, is it 20 past 5?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah, I should go.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. But, so, what's coming up, though, before you go? Like, I mean, this is coming up. We're kind of in the middle of what's been coming up for probably the last year or so, right?
Yeah, well, this is one of the things that have been coming up. I guess, which is fun.
Which is great. Yeah.
Pretty keen to get that out there.
Will it go on YouTube? Like what?
Yeah, it'll go on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube
in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So premiere and then it's on YouTube, so anyone can watch it.
Yeah.
Inner Mechanics.
We're gonna do like a online Q&A. We've never done it before, but we're gonna do like a premiere online.
Cool.
And then host like a little Q&A and give away a wedding and shit like online. So.
Sick. When
it's just fun experiment. November 6th.
Sweet.
7:30.
Okay, lock it down.
Lock it in.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess like other than that, there's a couple of massive things that are happening that we don't really have time to get into, but
there was one I was going to ask about, but it's maybe better that we don't. To do with a friend of ours. And ocean activity.
Yeah.
Potentially not the good kind, but we won't go any further than that.
All right.
Because that's something that's under wraps at the moment, right?
Nah, it's not really under wraps.
Okay. But
we can be on the surface.
Okay. So
I guess Brett Bersher,
yeah,
grew up here. We actually grew up like 200 meters from each other.
Yeah.
But kind of didn't really get close until we went to the desert together.
Yeah.
When he was just about to have his daughter. Right. And it was like his last kind of hoorah to the desert with me, Russ and Connor.
Oh, that
from Ireland, Connor Maguire.
Connor Maguire, yep.
And we just, you spend 24 hours in the car with someone, you get to know them. So we kind of became close after that. And then, yeah, he had just a run in with a great white shark. And it was captured on a drone, so incredibly rare footage. And maybe 6 months later, he just called asking for kind of advice of what to do with it. And I was kind of like, oh, sure, man. And he's like, I'll send it to you. It's pretty crazy. And then I saw it and I was just like, oh, far out, dude. That was insane. And I can't believe like you're alive, you're here. And so then I sat on it for a week or two and I just called him back and I was like, man, like there's got to be something in it. We got to make a film.
Let's make a short film.
And so, no, let's make a film, like a full film.
A full length film?
Yeah. So.
Well, like we're talking hour
and a half, like a full feature.
Wow.
And so now it's been probably what month is it? Yeah, it's been nearly 2 years since we had that conversation now. So,
and it's in the works.
And we've been working on just getting funding for 2 years pretty much and selling it. And But we've got like two amazing producers and writers, Damon Gameau and Anna Kaplan, who've done like That Sugar Film and 2040. And his most recent film was Future Council. And so they're kind of amazing at doing these like impact campaigns and film tours and having like, you know, reason, you know, behind the film. And that's what we want to do. Like the film's called Crossing the Tide Line. And so it's basically just about, you know, Brett's kind of journey back into the ocean and rediscovering himself after a near-death experience, basically. So
have you started filming for this?
We've filmed a bit of it, but we're going to start filming next year, and it'll come out in probably 2027. Okay, I guess. So it's a long journey, you know, and it's something that
an hour and a half. It's a lot
of it's bigger than anything I've ever done. Like it's my it's my big break.
Biggest project.
So I've been laughing that, you know, Brett just gets attacked by a white and just kickstarts me career.
Thanks so much, Brett.
Cheers, Brett. So yeah, that's been sick. And obviously just with all the surf stuff and the ocean and everything, where it's just super close to home, something I'm really interested in, like, and something that's, you know, on everyone's mind now. Like everyone's got an opinion about sharks, and everyone's got an opinion about how many sharks there are. And, you know, no one knows the answers. And so we've been on a journey now for 2 years to try and understand it. And that is Brett's process, part of his process to get back in the ocean.
Right.
So that's kind of, hopefully we can answer some of those pressing questions that everyone has. On sharks and shark behavior and what's actually fucking going on in the ocean. Because, you know, there are a lot of interactions, there's a lot of sharks, but I don't know, you know. It's actually, the more you look into it, the crazier, the harder it is to understand.
I know, it's a tricky one. Even like amongst your peers, everyone's got a different opinion, but you're like, I don't know.
It's just theories, yeah. And I mean, there's been a lot of sharks, but there's been, you know, the fishing has been insane the last couple of years. Like, talk to everyone the last 6 months or so with the tuna. They've been frothing.
It's been crazy.
And the sharks have been wild the last few months, but also the fishing's been off the charts. So you kind of like, is there more sharks, or is it just like more to it than just there's more man-eaters, you know what I mean? And they're not really man-eaters, otherwise we'd all be done.
Yeah. Oh, that's a hard one. And it's hard too, because there's people somewhat close to home that have had bad experiences with sharks, and it's like, I just kind of find it to be almost maybe somewhat of a difficult topic to talk about, because you're like, you don't want to tread on the toes of people that have had horrific incidents to do with sharks. For sure. But then you don't want to tread on the toes that are people that are really in love with everything from the ocean and really passionate about everything that lives in the sea. It's like, for sure, we're living in this, like, we're passionate beings of the ocean, that we spend all our time in the ocean. So we have a love for everything in the ocean, yet the small few have had these bad experiences, and then you also want to be delicate and sensitive towards how they feel about it. It's like, for sure, it's a hard line to walk, isn't it?
It is. And I think that's, you know, I guess that's what drew me to wanting to spend 4 years of my life with Brett doing this project. Well, he's a good example. He's such a great character to tell this story, because he's not, you know, he's not an environmentalist. He's not, he can't be labelled as a greenie. No. And he can't be also labelled as a dickhead that just wants to cull sharks. Like, he's just fully impartial and just wants to soak in all the information and learn and understand to make a decision.
Well, that's the best way to do it, isn't it?
That's it. So I feel like it's pretty exciting.
Okay, so that's what's coming up.
That's what's coming up. And then obviously the big spotty, clear-cut doco about native forest logging, but
that's coming up pretty soon, or?
Hopefully. I think everyone's been waiting too long, but next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
they're the main things. But Russ tonight. So
Sweet. Well, speaking of Russ tonight, you were meant to be there 20 minutes ago, so I guess we better tie this thing up.
we better get there.
But do you have
Thanks, mate.
any advice for your younger self before you go, or any advice for younger filmmakers that are,
Oh God.
or younger activists, or just people?
I used to say like, just do it, but I think, you know, now if it was myself, if I had my time again, I'd like want to, you know, work with other people who are just absolutely killing it.
So
And immerse yourself, yeah, to not put pressure on yourself to kind of, you know, constantly do better and get better. It's like, just learn from someone else, soak it all in, enjoy the ride.
Ask questions.
Yeah. Because it is,
take it all on your own.
It's bloody fun, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like Reedie's the perfect. Reedie's like, yeah, I look at her and it's
Emily
like, what
Reed.
an amazing trajectory.
Yeah.
To just like, she's always worked hard, but been casual,
Yeah.
but like just now built Blank Space into like the
Built an
most
empire.
incredible business.
Yeah.
And she's always done things and just taken her time and slowly when things have been right and just done it when it felt right and it was the right timing, and she's absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, she was.
So people should ask her what to do.
Yeah.
Well, I should ask her what to do.
I had her
Give
on
us
the
some
podcast.
advice, Reedie, please.
She would have been like episode 4.
Yeah, that was early. I listened
was
to that.
early
I
on.
loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, she had some crazy stories of how she got to where she did.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, mate, well, thank you for squeezing
Cheers,
me in.
Cooch.
I appreciate it. Thank you for
Lovely,
the beer.
mate.
Thank you for sharing what you could in the small window of time I gave you.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a
Sorry,
round 2
mate.
one day, and we'll get deep on specific topics.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years we'll be able to answer these shark pressing questions.
Well, we can start talking about the sharks. Yeah. So
Nice.
when we get closer to that coming out, we'll do a
Sick.
this episode 2.
Mad. Well, I'll see you tonight, eh?
Yeah, I'll see you pretty soon. You better get up there and start plugging in those chords, mate.
I better.
All right, good on your pumps. Love you, mate.
Cheers, brother.